I'm gonna call this one China won the battle, but we must end the war. And this is what I really truly believe has been happening to us throughout all of 2020. And this is a party in Wuhan that just happened. A massive gathering, no mass in sight. Looks like a really severe celebration of whatever they went through. And I don't know what they went through. Again, this is all theory, but I get a hunch that some crazy stuff went down in China and throughout America. Their influence under the scenes in media and everywhere has just been disastrous. And it's what we're seeing, and I really believe it. And it all comes from my intention to save the innocent from every country, whether they're animals, they're humans especially. The innocent people do not deserve the hell that is being wrought upon them. And they are innocent, whether they are in China, anywhere in need of help, and just victims of whether it be people exploiting their weakness or doing untold disastrous things to them that are just too sick to even think about. The innocent need to be saved, and it really is true. And what we are seeing now is billions of innocent people around the world that are just getting battled, and we were decimated. Our country still is basically getting pillaged by what came from China as we followed all the guidelines that China set forth. We went in lockstep with what they wanted us to do because of the media. They completely sidestepped Trump, and I wish he would step up and do something about it and get into reality and start talking about the facts and the lack, and just replenish and combat the fear that has that these people have been putting out, and then they're celebrating like this without any mass in sight. This to me looks like a celebration, like, hey, congrats, you guys basically are the survivors. Here's your the survivors of whatever happened there, and this, you guys are the bad elements of this area have been pillaged. And they talk about lung problems, but never forget, these people were fighting an incinerator being put in the middle of their city of Wuhan, and I'm sure that just went through without a hitch while they were all quarantined. Another intention of these things, which are ravaging all of our lives. And this really is based on the media. And all of these kind of things that I've put in here are in connection with just something that's just really sinister. And that's the big problem, is the people that are innocent are so huge in number, and the people that are guilty of these crimes throughout the world, and this desire to live their lives in dominance of others, and inflicting pain upon others in various ways. You know, I guess we are all lucky that they did not drop nuclear bombs all over our country, or drop any kind of just explosive and kill people physically. They've done damage. This is a battle. This was a battle that we lost. We lost big time because of our media, because of our politicians that are siding with this group, because of our athletes, our celebrities, I wouldn't say but those people that just really kind of these governors that inflict this pain upon people. Wuhan can party like that, the very center of the outbreak, yet Manhattan Beach, California, with lowering numbers, has to be inflicted, like they could be arrested, they get their water turned off. Like, so we've actually gotten to a point where our regulations, our rules, our violations are harsher than the communist country where the virus supposedly originated. And this is just, there's just so many different things going on with this whole fiasco of 2020 that's ruined 2020 in some ways for many people. It's actually done some good things, and I think in the end it will be a good thing, but it's time to start realizing the truth. To go outside and still see people like like cower and walk by us with like masks on, it's all because of this, all because of this insurgence that Pompeo has pointed out, that a lot of people have pointed out, and Trump has cut out companies, boycotted companies that were spying, like just unbelievable amounts of spying, sabotage, sinister activity going on, and there's no need for that. The future generations have to accomplish a piece to this, because these wars they're psychological in nature, and the way they are affecting people is like the equivalent of some kind of, I mean, it's just the fear that is still gripping people after what, 150 plus days, and to know that it could all kind of be, and pretty much basically is, fear-mongering over something that already existed. It unrolled in a way that was just so plotted, so detailed, so covered with different people that are just have their tentacles in every area and had each thing covered so it could build a momentum that was just impossible to stop. And maybe Trump is in on it. I would hope not, and I don't think so, but I would hope that he's got to see the numbers, like why he doesn't wear masks, why his whole mentality is, and it's just to think that this whole thing could be going on because of an election, and it really points to it. They've been talking about voting ballots since the day COVID came out, when the Democrats were just preaching, "Oh my God, we've got to vote by mail," because they know it's cheating. This is just it's so obvious, and to see people that are still, and interact with people that still are in perpetual fear over this. They like constantly social distance. They quarantine every time they interact with someone else. They don't see their families through anything but glass. They like these people are still everywhere, and I feel so bad for them because they're getting duped by the media. We all got duped by the media at the point where our society, was able to, the media and the medical industry was able to bypass basically all government and just pollute, I guess, their thought process and their potentially false research and sinister behavior upon a country that received just absolute economic devastation, health devastation, psychological devastation, food shortages, employment devastation, all this stuff. The fact that he's building it back and things are building back is a testament to us, and I think we're capable of a lot more. And I think I can't even just imagine if the media were to unify, but instead they're corrupt beyond belief. And the governors and the cities that are allowing activities that are going on to happen have just hate-filled insurgencies to go on is something that as well needs to end. We're seeing something that we've never seen before, but we're seeing it, and it's coming everywhere, and hopefully it doesn't. I pray that we can all stop it, but to think that this is all because of false information or a hoax or just something blown way out of proportion and then just parroted by the media is really disturbing. That something like that could happen and bypass an entire constitution, an entire everything that we built up. And it's like a loophole that was exploited for political gain, and it was probably in the works for a long time, as they see other people in the past, Gates and Fauci and many more, talking about these at different conventions, that something would happen someday. They put it in movies, they did it everywhere. All movies that were approved in China by different groups of people that were all connected there. It's something that we all have to deal with, and I have a feeling that the billion people of China that are suffering and do not really like this, that would prefer their freedom and prefer to live a beautiful, free life, where their voice counts in reality. And I hope that happens in America again, because we're in danger of losing that. But these people, and the Chinese, have lost it. The innocent people that have lost it, I think, and are tracked everywhere. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for all innocent people of every nation, whether it's African, Australian, freaking beyond the poles, the Norwegian, Iceland, I don't know. I feel for everyone, because we all deserve something so much better, and media and different things are polluting our chance for that, our chance for pure happiness. And they're making our family and friends paranoid, scared, terrified, and it's really sad, and like kind of depressed. And I hope everyone stays strong out there and discovers their creativity, because the way to fight this is just to continue to be positive, continue to just tell people about it. Like, that's what really needs to happen. We need to form new media. As I always say, the overpasses are a loophole that doesn't have advertising costs, and if your police are okay with it and people are peaceful, I think that's the best idea that anyone's ever had. If we took over the overpasses for peace and Trump, and get rid of this other insurgency, this hate-filled collection of people that just have so much hate in their heart, it's really astounding that they could be in charge. I shudder to think of what could happen, and it really is sad. In the media, it's insane that they even have any money, that people even tune in, and I don't think people really do. I think there's a big disconnect between the media and reality, and no one's addressing it. That silent majority that is there, that we know we don't care what these people's opinions are, these people that think we care about them, pray for us to care about them. Nope. Hopefully that number turns to 0 and these people are just talking to themselves at some point in time. But I mean, to own all these things, and the fact that Amazon has just decimated, absolutely decimated our creativity, our marketplace. Galleries will be done in some point. Like this, if things continue this way, there are so many kind of experiences with the commercial activity that will never be experienced by entire generations, and that's really sad, because the more products we get from these things that we at some point need and can really only find them there, they end up being junk. When you used to try stuff out in the store and you'd see stuff and it wouldn't exist in the store if it didn't work, and it was a big difference. And now we're just getting sold even more crap, and and these people that are behind it are just, to think that a few people can have such an influence on billions is really something that has to be remedied in the future, and it cannot be. There has to be some kind of way of ensuring that this doesn't happen again, because we must deal with reality. How can there be a thing called fake science? That is so absolutely absurd to the core. And people like Bill Nye have been polluting my generation, at least. I saw through that guy a long time ago when I was young. Hated him. And he's just but people like that kind of weak science, when we could have taken the path of Tesla, eliminated Einstein from the equation, and just kept going in the right way. A lot of these quantum things I don't really know about. I think there's so many avenues, aliens, that have probably led people astray for so long, thinking so many different things, so many different fantasies, and God knows where it all comes from, and I wouldn't be surprised if it came from here. But that's why we need to do this, honor that, because it really is a battle. We lost this first battle of 2020 big time, but I hope we can learn to keep it peaceful, keep it civil, and if it's just a game of minds, then that's something that we can overcome, and a lot of people probably won't even know about it. But it would be so much better if people could get along, basically because of the innocent. So many innocent people get caught up in the games of these just absolute monsters, and it's no need for that. Absolutely no need. Why? Like, what? We all deserve the right to be happy and do this. Watch our sunrise with whoever we want, whenever we want, all the time, from the animals to us. We all want to live and be happy. So if you're picking up a bat or whatever, you can put it down. Enough of this nonsense. Stop burning stuff. Don't be stupid. Don't accept payment to create chaos in your country. You don't like your country, leave. Leave it to the people that love it. Save the innocent. We deserve it. And everyone does. So bless you all. I hope you all are doing great, and we're gonna win. That's it.